Another really cool thing about ChatGPT is the way that it is able to take on very particular voice in its writing. It can write different passages in different styles where it's not just the regurgitation of the facts. The way it's worded, it's really speaking either as a particular persona or it's speaking to a particular persona. So before I dive into like the utility that this could have in business cases, especially for the formulation of scripts or for blogging, um, I just thought we could have a little fun with it because you can go to ChatGPT and say, write about apples in the style of Kim Kardashian. And I'm going to say, write 50 words about apples. Hey everyone, it's Kim K here. Just wanted to share my love for apples. They are the perfect snack for on the go and come in so many delicious varieties. I always keep a few in my bag for a quick, healthy pick me up. Plus, they're great for your skin and hair. Give them a try and let me know what you think. XOXO. You can also say, write about apples in the style of Donald Trump. And you'll see the difference. Let me tell you, folks, apples are the best. They're tremendous. The best. I've always loved apples. Always have, always will. And let me tell you, nobody grows better apples than we do. They're huge, they're beautiful, they're red, they're delicious. And let me tell you, they're good for you too. They're very good for you. They're tremendous. Believe me. Trust me. Just try an apple, folks. You won't be disappointed. They're the best. Believe me. Short, clippy sentences, lots of simple adjectives. It is really in the style of how Donald Trump talks. I think this is hilarious. I've had so much fun playing with this, and I really think that there is a utility for creating a open API app that speaks in the tonality of different celebrities. But for the type of work that we do at the GPT agency, we're not writing SNL skits. We're not going to write a bit about apples in the style of Donald Trump or Kim Kardashian or Joe Rogan or anyone. But what we might do is we might write a script for a particular YouTube persona that they can take and make content with for their fans. So you could say, uh, it's not just individual celebrities that it can write the voice for, it can write voices for different personas. So I could say, write me a 500-word script for a YouTube vlog aimed at millennial women ages 20 to 45. Write this in the style of a fun-loving young mother and write me a recipe vlog on how to make grandma's caramel, what are they called? Cinnamon rolls. And say that these are always a favorite for my kids and are great for family bonding or days at the park. Write this in the style of a fun-loving young mother named Victoria, and write me a recipe vlog on how to make grandmother's caramel cinnamon rolls. And say that these are always a favorite for my kids and are great for family bonding or days at the park. And so in this YouTube style, hey everyone, it's Victoria here. I'm excited to share my favorite recipe with you all today. These caramel cinnamon rolls are always a hit with my kids and are perfect for family bonding or a fun day at the park. They're my grandma's recipe and have been passed down for generations in my family. First, let's gather our ingredients. 2 cups warm milk, 1 cup white sugar, 1 cup melted butter, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon salt, 8 cups all-purpose flour, 2.5 teaspoons of active dried yeast. For the filling, 1 cup brown sugar, 2 tablespoons ground cinnamon, 1 cup melted butter. For the caramel sauce, 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Now let's get started. And it goes through the entire life cycle of how to make this original recipe. Um, Recipes are copyrighted and trademarked. And so if you are making food content for YouTube, you can't just rip off a Food Network recipe. You have to alter it. This is a very simple original recipe that honestly I'd love to see someone in the Discord make. I'd love to know how this turned out. But it goes through, it gives you step by step directions that could just be articulated by the user and used to create some great YouTube content. I'm going to say, just to play around with it, I really like this. Make the intro 200 words longer and make it funnier. The rest of the video can stay the same. Because I do think it jumps a little quickly. Hey everyone, it's Victoria here, and boy, do I have a treat for you today. I'm excited to share my all-time favorite recipe with you. My grandma's famous caramel cinnamon rolls. These babies are always a hit with my kids and make for the perfect activity for family bonding or a fun day at the park. I mean, who doesn't love a good cinnamon roll? Am I right? But before we get started, let me say that I am no expert in baker. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have a sixth sense for ruining any and all baked good. My copies are either burnt to a crisp or raw in the middle. My cakes are always lopsided in my bread. Well, let's say I stick to the store bought. Oh, but let's just say I stick to the store bought stuff. But these caramel cinnamon rolls, oh man, they are saving grace in the kitchen. They're so easy to make and always turn out perfect. I'm talking gooey, caramelly goodness in every bite. And the best part is they make your house smell absolutely divine. I mean, who wouldn't want their home to smell like a warm, cozy bakery? Yeah, so for a second, I thought it was like kind of like getting off topic with this, but I think this is great. It introduces the character of the vlogger, gives a reference about how people like it. It has lots of good brand voice. And then it says, hey, I'm a bad baker, but these caramel cinnamon rolls, man, they are wonderful. Goes through the recipe. Now let's get started on these tasty treats. Sometimes if you ask it to do a lot, or if you're asked, so now let's get started on these tasty treats. And then you would just repeat everything it's already done. A lot of times it won't repeat redundant information. Um, and so pretty quickly, you could either make this content yourself or you could hand this to a vlogger, a step-by-step direction on how they can make a video that will produce traffic for their YouTube channel, vlog, course, or program. This is amazing. Its use of brand voice is really phenomenal. Now, let's say we wanted the same recipe. Write me a vlog about caramel cinnamon rolls aimed at poor college students in living in their first apartment. Write it aimed at young men, specifically frat brothers, ages 18 to 22. The narrator is named Chaz, and he loves three things. Give me a vlog about caramel cinnamon rolls. Let's say with step-by-step directions. Okay. He loves three things: shotgun and beers, sorority girls, and making his grandma's caramel cinnamon rolls for all his frat brothers. And it will very quickly change the tone, change the voice, change the wording. And I'm just going to start doing this. Hey there, it's Chaz. And let me tell you, I got a recipe that's going to blow your mind. It's my grandma's famous caramel cinnamon rolls, and they're the perfect treat for me and all my frat brothers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chaz, I'm a poor college student living in my first apartment. How am I supposed to make these fancy pastries? But don't worry, my friends, because these rolls are super easy to make and won't break the bank. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not exactly a master chef in the kitchen. I usually stick to microwavable ramen and natty light. But these caramel cinnamon rolls, they're my jam. And let me tell you, they're always a hit with the ladies too. I mean, who doesn't love a man who can cook? Bonus points if you can shotgun a beer while you're at it. So without further ado, let's gather our ingredients. Ingredients goes through the same thing. Like, this is amazing. There's a lot of these fitness blogs that have like this very particular kind of bro-ish frat voice, and there's a lot of these mommy vlogs that have like kind of a sweeter familial voice. Goes through essentially the same recipe, and the outro it writes is, I hope you all give this recipe a try. It's always a hit with my frat brothers, and the ladies can't get enough of them. And the best part is they're super easy to make and won't break the bank. Give them a try and let me know what you think. Um, so you can write this. The possibilities are endless. You could say, write this aimed at PhD students, write this in kind of more professorial voice, write this aimed at children. There's so much child content on YouTube that makes so much money. And so by utilizing different brand voices and just playing around with it, you can really create remarkable content that people are attracted to. And if you're on the marketing side, the agency side, you can really create a product that people want.